Hello everybody and welcome back to Wes's Side Story. Today I'm working on my 2006 Ford Focus Harley. Under here under the carport, and I have ramps under the car. We're gonna go in here and we're gonna replace the idler pulley. I'm gonna crank the car and let us listen to it, so that way we know why it needs replaced, what it sounds like. And then we will go from there, and I'll show you step by step how to do it. So thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. All right, so here we go. We got the car on. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but there's almost a rubbing sound. That right there is the pulley that I'm going to replace. Well, anyway, there's a rubbing sound in there. All right, so first we're gonna start with this bolt. And that's gonna help loosen this shield. I'm sorry, it's so close. I can't really zoom out, but there's a shield under here. And this, if you look, this is where your belt is, and it's protected. So yeah, right here, this shield. Under here, we got to take this off so we can get access up to the serpentine belt, which is hiding behind here. So here we go. I got a 10mm right there. This one's out now, but there's another one. It is right. Shoot, where's my finger? There we go. All right, there's the other 10mm bolt. So here's the other one. And it is right. See, there's that one. And if you go down this way, it is right there. So you got to get both of those out before this shield will come out. All right, so there we go. We got the cover off and the other. Now if we look under here, we can get to our belt. Hey, what about that? And if you look up in here, this pulley right here, hang on, let me get some light on the situation. All right, that pulley right there is the one that we're gonna change, because it's I think the bearing in it wears out or whatever. I've already changed my belt and the tensioner on here. So I recommend when you change your tensioner, you also change the sidler belt, because it's been not even a month and here I am having to change this pulley. So if you're in here doing that, change this pulley at the same time. But all right, I'm gonna unloosen my tensioner and pull my belt off so I can get that pulley. Another thing I recommend doing is, if you don't have a diagram, you take pictures of how your belt is in here, so that way you make sure that you put your belt on the same way. If not, you're gonna have a lot of problems. So definitely make sure you note how this belt is linked around these pulleys. Okay, all right, and I'm gonna get this belt off. All right, there we have it. I got the belt loose, took it off my crankshaft. Right, and this pulley right here is the one I'm trying to get loose. All right, so this was a 13mm bolt, and I used this with the head to go on it, and then I took a pipe section from my jack handle, and slid that in there and used that kind of as a breaker bar. So them two items, this is what I used to get my tensioner to pull up enough that I could get this belt off. So this was a 13 millimeter right here. I'm gonna find out what that one is up there and take it off. All right, so I came to the top of the car and I moved my coolant container so I could look down in there. There is the pulley I need. And it's almost out. I was using a 10 millimeter with this underneath the car to get that out. I had to go to the top of the car because I ran out of room in there. So now I'm gonna try to get it out from up here. All right, so after looking at this thing, that bolt down there is stuck and it won't come out. So I have to remove my motor mount. These are 15 millimeters, so I'm gonna take both of those out, get this motor mount out of my way. This one out here is also a 15, so take these three, get the motor mount out, and then I'm gonna jack the engine up to be able to get that pulley out. So that's what I'm doing right now. All right, so I took these, they were 18 millimeter nuts off of here, and the 3 15 millimeters also, and I jacked my motor up to be able to get that pulley free, but I'm getting all this mess out of the way. All right, it would also be a good time to assess and replace this motor mount if you need to. It came these three big bolts and these, so 18 millimeter and 15 millimeter. Those came out. Now I have clearance to get this out of here. Oh man, all right. And that's what that looks like. So now we got to get this clip out of here to put the new one in. All right, after jacking the motor up, let's see, where'd this thing go? It went down there somewhere. Goodness gracious, I don't even know. Right there. Well, right there is where the pulley came from. All right. And it's got this spacer in here. And it's like a plastic little thing, and it's going to be down in there. So what you want to do is take a screwdriver like that, press it, get it like that, and then start spinning your bolt out counterclockwise to get it out. Because I only got the pulley, and I have to save this spacer. The spacer's got to go back on here. So I'm going to get this. See, now that I got it out far enough, I can just hold it and spin the bolt. I'm going to get these two parts right here, the spacer and that plastic piece, and put them onto my new pulley. All right, and there you have it. I got my new, or my old hardware onto my new part. And this one, it still spins freely, but it definitely has a clicking to it. Anyway, all right, so I'm gonna put my pulley back in there. All right, there we go, brand new pulley in there. So now I'm gonna put my motor mount back in, this back in. All right, now that you have all that put back together, I had my motor mount all in one piece, so I just did it all, put it back together, put this there. So now that that's done, you want to come back under the car, and you're gonna undo that tensioner again. Again, make sure that your belt is on properly. All right, there we go. The belt's back on. Now we put our cover back on. right here, and we clean our tools up, and we're done. So remember, these are 10 millimeter. So go ahead and pop that thing back on there. So on this guard here, I find if you get that screw down here first, then do that one, it's easier because it's already lined up. And there we go. We got that bolt back on, that back on, that put the cover back on, and completes the job. So now the job is completed. Let's crank it up and see if there's still that whir in there. All right, I don't hear that noise anymore. So awesome. I'm sure she appreciates that. All right, you all. If you enjoyed that video, smash that thumbs up button. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much. Y'all have a blessed day.
What do you think of that? Huh?